Hi everyone, it's Carmen Tutorials and welcome back to another video. So today's video was requested by a subscriber and it's actually a part 2. In today's tutorial we're going to learn how to add a glow on attack effect. If you didn't see the previous tutorial, this is actually a fuller one. We picked one of the links, we added a hinge joint and we applied brake force to break this. This is the link that we're going to add the glow on attack effect today. I do need to apologise that in play mode at the end of last tutorial, just as I'm starting out making tutorials, I made a bit of a mistake of putting the links in the shadows, so I even found it a little bit hard to see myself, but I'll learn from that mistake and I won't do it again. So today I'm just using the humanoid asset that I usually use from the creator's Infinity PBR, which you can find on the asset store. I will link them below. Basically, all we're going to do is we're just going to grab our character, we're going to walk over, we're going to attack the chain link, it's going to break off, and at the same time it's going to give us a nice glow. So let's get started. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is go to the package manager and under the Unity registry, make sure that the post-processing package is downloaded. Mine says remove at the moment, but if it says install, be sure to install it. We will be working to start with the camera on the player, but I am using a Unity standard asset third person character. I just swapped out the asset and then added my own animations in the script. So on the camera we want to add a post-processing layer. And then once we've got that, we just want to right hand click in the hierarchy and then go down to create empty. Once we've got our game object, we'll just rename that to glow volume so it's a little bit easier to see. And then on that we're going to add a component and the post-processing volume. If you just make sure that the is global is ticked, and then go down to the profile and click on new. Once you've clicked on new, we do need to override the effects, so you go down to add effects. And then under Unity we'll add the bloom effect. We'll click on the intensity box and then I'm actually going to whack mine all the way up to 4 because I kind of want like a heaty glow effect. But I would suggest starting off at 1 and if you want me to be more specific then just let me know, but make sure that the color box is ticked. We do need to add a lower to the glow volume, so I've already named a layer called glow, but for sake's sake we'll go through and add it together. On the layer 6 I added the glow, so if that's free then add it in there, but just do it in whatever layer is free. Go back onto the object and then we'll just name that as glow. We'll go over to the camera now and then we'll change the volume layer to glow again. And that's pretty much it regarding the actual like glow volume and glow layers. So we go onto our link now, we're going to add the glow material. I already know what my material is called, but if you just grab the material that you're actually wanting to add a glow effect on. And then we're going to Ctrl and D to duplicate this material. And then just to make it a little bit easier, I think what I'll do is I'll just drag that straight onto the link, so at least when we're changing the albedo and emissions we can actually see it. So yeah, if we go over to the albedo now, and then if we just make it like a yellow kind of base colour, I just thought you might not be able to see it, but yeah, so if we go down and then actually tick on the emissions, if you can't I'll add a picture. And then we'll change the colour underneath to more of a reddy colour so we can get that like burny, glowy sort of vibe going on. So anyway, I'm just going to drag the material back over to the link so that we've got a nice fresh base start. And then on our link that we're going to break, we're going to add a new component. We're going to type in glow manager and then we're just going to make sure that this is a new script. I've already gone through, and done the script, but we'll go through this together in a minute. So if you just double click and go to open that up, I shall meet you in Visual Studio. Well, hello. Here we are in Visual Studios, and I've already wrote the Glow Manager script up, but we'll just go through it together quickly. So at the very top under using, I have added a using Unity standard assets.character.third person. This is purely for the fact that I am wanting to call the script on the third person character that Unity standard assets have provided. But of course, if you've got your own character, you won't need to call this command function. So yeah, we'll just move on to the public class now. So in the public class, we're going to obviously want to call our script on our player. So depending what you've called that script yourself, obviously mine's the third person character. So just put in public third person character, then your player. Then obviously we're going to want to call the two materials that we've got. So just public material glow and non-glow, pretty self-explanatory. Then we need to add a call function so at least we can activate the glow and non-glow. So we're just going to add a public ball of is glowing, and we want to set that initially as false, as of course we don't want to play the game and then have our link start glowing straight away. We don't want it to glow obviously until we start attacking it. So if we go down now to the public void on collision enter, I went with the on collision enter as I've noticed that with links, if you add a box collider or anything on it, because of the hinge joints, it does actually break the links whether you have infinity or not. So yeah, you just want to make sure that it's actually basically a collision enter, so a collider. So under this function, we'll just add the if collision.gameObject.tag equals player, or whatever tag you've gave your player within your own game. And we're going to now call the third person character by player.isAttackingLink. That's already a ball that I wrote within the third person character that we'll go through in a minute. But underneath that, we're just going to call the function of isGlowing equals true. Then we're going to go up to public void update, and then we're going to set there if is glowing, then obviously we want it to glow, so we're going to call the mesh renderer and basically our material. So we're just going to add in GameObject.getComponent mesh render dot material equals glow. And then if we call another function to our third person character, we can just call if not player is attacking link. So if they're not attacking link, then we want the game object dot get component mesh render dot material equals non-glow. Then we want to obviously reset our ball in the update, so it is glowing equals false. So that's basically it for our glow manager. If you just want to run through that, I'm sure you've already got it down by now, but we'll move on to the third person character quick. Well, here we are in the third person character script. Obviously your script might look a little bit different if you're not using the third person character. All we're going to do is add a ball function into the public class. So we're going to create a header. I've named mine my added balls, but obviously you can call that whatever you want. But yeah, we're just going to create a ball of is attacking link, and we'll make this public. And then we'll go down and update the animator. Obviously this is in the third person character. I need to just stress that to you. So if there's functions that you call your animators from, then whichever one you're using for the attack function. So just like in mine, I've got under the key code R that to create an attack. So I've put the is attacking link equals true, and then when I press I, my attack stops. So then I just have the is attacking link equals false. Awesome. So hopefully that wasn't too hard. So the first thing that we're going to do is drag our non-glow material into place, and then we're going to drag glow material, and then we'll just drag our player down into the player of the glow manager. So yeah, that's about it. Let's press play and hopefully you have a glow on attack effect. Oh my gosh, my RAM is so slow. I will update it eventually. So this is the character, but I know this is going to make me sound old, but did anybody ever watch the Burrows growing up? Because of how big I made the link, it just reminds me of that, like there could be a huge table there. But anyway, we'll get back to it. We'll run over now, and then I'll press the R, and there you have it. And then I'll press the I, and it's now stopped. So there you have your glow on attack tutorial. It won't, obviously, if you go over and then press R and go and try and attack it, it won't glow unless obviously you're touching it to attack it. It could be quite good for other functioning in your game, but if you liked this video and it helped you, please leave a like, definitely comment below because it makes me feel really good to know that I've helped you. Subscribe, and if you want to see any tutorials yourself, then leave a comment. Bye.